And welcome to Sterling Channel 19 as we're bringing you coverage of girls volleyball as the Sterling Silver Knights take on the Northern Burlington Greyhounds. And we'll let the Sterling girls volleyball team introduce themselves.
Senior outside hitter, Winslow, New Jersey.
Laurel Conway, sophomore, middle blocker, Stratford.
Morgan Versto, senior, outside hitter in Magnolia.
Kayla D'Angelo, senior, opposite, Blackwood.
Kayla Franklin, senior, middle, Summerdale.
Ariel Logan, senior, right side hitter, Magnolia.
Asia Logan, senior, defensive specialist, Hynello.
Michaela Corsi, senior, defensive specialist, Summerdale.
Emily Krause, senior, libero, Magnolia.
Allie Barker, junior, setter, Gloucester Township.
Harley Rosenbaum, junior, setter, Summerdale.
Grace Miller, junior, middle, Stratford.
And of course, you take a look at the standings right here. You see the West Jersey Patriots. Sterling right now leading the standings, 10-2 overall, followed by Morristown and Northern Burlington, just right behind them, 9-5. Each team, Sterling 6-2 in the in their division. Morristown 5-2, and Burlington Greyhounds 5-3. Northern Burlington. And you take a look at some of the game notes. Northern Burlington has won 6 straight and has outscored Sterling 21 games to 8. Sterling's last win against Northern Burlington was in 2013. And of course, Northern Burlington won this year September 1st. And of course, this year, Sterling also outscoring opponents 21 games to 6, and Northern Burlington outscoring opponents 20 games to 16. Last year, Sterling was outscoring opponents 27-5, and Northern Burlington was also scoring out them. And then you can see some of the kill leaders. Allison Kolazeski, one of the top kill leaders, of course. She has a very powerful hit and really does a lot. And you can also see her doing a lot of other things in the digs and leading in the aces. You can see Kayla Franklin getting 8 blocks, doing a great job up front. And again, Allison Kololeski doing a great job getting digs and also getting those aces. She goes on those nice long aces. And of course, you see on Northern Burlington, Rachel Shaw, 91 kills. That's a big player you're going to have to watch out for. Kunder with 33 blocks, and with a triple-digit number right there by.
We'll say Amelia. I don't know. We're not. Neither one of us are going to get that one right.
Amelia with 145 digs. So, right, great job right there for her. And Rachel Shaw with 41 aces.
And John, the last time they met, it was a 2-1 match. Obviously favor Northern Burlington. They have a little bit of a streak going, but I was told that a couple of the games were very close. So if Sterling plays the way that we saw them play the last time we were here, you have to think they've got a good shot at breaking this losing streak.
Well, what I have heard, if Sterling wins this game and I believe Morristown, they win the division. But if they lose to Northern Burlington and win Morristown and beat Morristown, they tie.
Okay. And I remember Northern Burlington, they were talking about them back as far back as 2010, 2011, how good they were. They've really had a great tradition, and obviously of late, Sterling's really had a tough time with it. Northern Burlington's had Sterling's number.
Rosenbaum. Sterling will set this one off. Right now, gone back to Northern Burlington. Northern Burlington setting something up. Sterling so far doing a great job. And a little mistake right there from Sterling quite early on, but a great job just by the first point.
A long volley. I mean, if this is any indication of what we're going to see today, we're just going to have a great match here, John.
And right there, a great job right there from Northern Burlington on that serve right there. Unable to handle it.
That one might have gone a little long. You never know, though, when you're in that back line.
Sets something up, and it backfires right into the net. Sterling gets their first point.
Well, this is where Kayla Franklin is a force right at the net. Great shot of this. Great job by our camera people here. You see Kayla Franklin setting up, and then, I mean, the girl hit it into the net, but I think her presence there had a lot to do with that miss hit.
And Sterling set it right back up, back to 2, and Sterling right now can take the lead with his serve. Right now, Sterling doing some great communication, and just unlucky right there from Sterling.
Well, that was an outstanding job by Angelique Binns, staying right at the net, and it was a tough play for Franklin. She had her back to the net, but did what she could, but a real good job of positioning there by Binns.
And what a great play. Way to keep Northern Burlington on their toes. Northern Burlington did not see that one coming. What a great play from Sterling.
Look at Carly Rosenbaum right there. They thought she was going to go with the set, went that quick hit it to the right spot, and NBC was really caught off guard.
This time she sets up her teammate, but unfortunately, Northern Burlington's wall was there.
Kind of turned the tables. Early on, you saw Kayla Franklin do this to Northern Burlington. Now Northern Burlington does it to Sterling, where they're at the net, and just their presence there, I think, had a part in altering that shot. You see it here, she just missed it and hit the net.
Northern Burlington cashes in right there from another Sterling mistake right there. Two players both going for the ball by the looks of things right here.
Yeah, you see Sterling right there just having some communication problems. They really have Sterling, who started out sharp in this game, kind of scrambling right now. They're about a point away from a timeout here.
That's going to be out right there from Sterling, but a great serving run right there from NBC, and there's going to be a substitution change for Sterling.
Well, a good job of Sterling communicating right there, and everybody holding off that one that was out. I know there was one early on where they hit it and probably shouldn't have, so. Corsi serving for Sterling.
That's going to go to a point for Sterling right there. I believe they might have touched the net. I might be wrong here, actually. A bad hit. That's what the refs were calling. Two touch. And some bad, and another point from Sterling, and Sterling right now going on their little run.
That was Laurel Conway turning around and putting it right needed to go. That's a tough play. We saw Franklin try that early on in this game. Didn't have the same success as we see that shot by Corsi go into net. But in any event, Corsi did a nice job from the serving position there in that serving run.
Northern Burlington now will take their serve. And that's going to be out, and that's going to go straight to Sterling. And now we kind of usually see teams go on runs, and we have seen a little bit of those runs, but it's really been back and forth. There's really been no significant run to really say this team's going to win, this team's going to win, as Allison Kozeski gets a point right there for Koleski.
This is where Allison Koleski can get you some points here from the serve position. She really has a serve that's tough to handle, and it's just a matter of her keeping it in.
And they're going to give it to Northern Burlington that point.
Well, not a great shot. Now, they initially got the dig. Were able to get a set right here. Then she kind of, to use a baseball term, fouled that one off, but got enough of it to get over the net, and they just had their timings off on the double block. Conway again turning around and putting it to the right spot. So NBC's had all kinds of problems with some of the shots, those turnaround shots by Conway in the middle. And Laurel Conway is serving now for Sterling. Job by NBC.
Wow, what a great job right there from Sterling. Almost got out of trouble. NBC almost does the same trick that Sterling does. This time is really back and forth.
Wow.
And what a great volley right there. And this is really two teams that did not want to give up a point.
And I'll tell you, we did a game last week. It was back and forth, a great game. And I look at Sterling in the beginning of the year. You look at them from the beginning of the year till now. They're just playing at a higher level, especially early on in the match. And there's a mishit by NBC. I remember in the beginning of the year, the first game was a game where it was just filled with a lot of mistakes, a lot of giveaways. You see that at times here, but not as much, and there's more longer volleys in this first game than we'd seen earlier in the year.
And again, it's back to it's tied again, and it's just been back and forth. Not really, neither of these teams really letting too much go. Great diving save right there from Sterling. And it's probably going to be touching the net right there on Sterling. We're going to take a look right here.
Yep, they hit it. Great shot from the camera right there. Pictures don't lie, John.
Again, Burlington now going on to a 2-point lead right now. And just right there, great setup right there from Northern Burlington.
Yeah, tough getting a two-handed hit when you're kind of back on your heels there as we look at number 9.
Rachel Shaw. And that ball goes far, and that's going to give a point back to Sterling. Take a look at the replay right there. That's really close right there.
Morgan Bearsfoe.
Just a great shot from Northern Burlington, and Sterling, is just so close to call with some of these plays, and these volleys are just going on and on. And another great save right there from Northern Burlington. And a great play right there from Sterling, and Sterling back up to tie it.
And you could see the way that shot was. You didn't see Allison Kolesky get up in the air and hammer it. I think you had a sense that she knew what movement was going on the other side and knew the spot that she needed to get it to and got it there for the point. Wow, that's, and there you see Kayla Franklin doing a real nice job getting up in the middle and hitting it, but doing a good job. You see her right here. She'll lift up off the net.
I don't think Kayla D'Angelo actually. I mean, I think Kayla D'Angelo got that point.
On the hit, yeah, you know what? On the replay, it looked like Franklin didn't hit it, but did a good job keeping her hand off the net. There's Barstow, who's got a real good run here.
Northern Burlington trying to get back here now, and what a great hit. Burlington able to keep themselves up. Another setup here, and a great save again from Northern Burlington.
Boy, a lot went on here. You had a couple real nice sets by Rosenbaum, and NBC was equal to the task. Then you saw Kolesky right there again, finishing it off with the center girl going up a little bit late. Timing was a little off on that attempted block.
But you know what? If Sterling gets another point here, I think NBC might call a timeout.
Yeah, gonna have to agree with you on that one, John.
Sterling going to set something up right here. And a great block right there from Northern Burlington.
Yeah, they've had great sets, Sterling has, and hits. Sets by Rosenbaum, hits by Kolesky. That was one of the few that were off a little bit, and Kolesky kind of leaning one way, wasn't able to get a lot on that one. And it's interesting, John, in this match, both teams have gotten to points where, and you mentioned it, you think like they're going to have to call timeout, but they've worked their way out of it, and NBC, to losing this point, has gotten themselves out of it without a timeout. Kayla Franklin serving for Sterling.
And a great save right there, but unable to keep it in.
Well, you're going to see this fake set right there. If you think it's a set, puts it over in the middle. Sterling was kind of equal to the task, then had that one hit, and they didn't have anybody there, and they kind of went downhill from there.
And again, as soon as like one team gets a 2 or 3 point lead, it's straight back to the other team as Sterling gets another point off a serving mistake, and Sterling will make a substitution again.
And when you've got a match that's had so many long volleys, the giveaways are just killers. And you've seen them from both teams. But again, to counter that, we've seen probably more long volleys in this one game than I think we had in the last match that we had. And that was a great match.
Right there, Sterling gets another point right here to add on to their lead. Knights leading this 15. That's going to go right back
That's just a great shot. That's one where if you hit it, you're probably not going to return it anyway, so you might as well let it go in the hopes of getting the point. They're not getting out of bounds, but it was just in before the line. So just an outstanding shot.
Tip over. Burlington sending something up. And another great shot right there. Oh!
That's long.
They're going to say out of bounds.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Just wide or long.
What a great call right there. Another shot right there. Sterling tries to save it, unable to.
This is a great job by Northern Burlington getting to the point where they can actually get a set and a good hit off of one of Allison Koleski's serves. Something you don't see a whole lot as we look at number 4, Taylor White, a sophomore, serving.
And Sterling going to set something up right here, and it's a nice Northern Burlington wall to block that shot.
Now you see Sterling kind of running around here, a little bit out of sync, and NBC anticipated that, knew that Barstow was just going to tip it over the net, and were able to get there for the double block and get the point.
Go, sending something up again. Unable to. And right now we're at another really long volley and another save and a nice shot from Rachel Shaw from Northern Burlington to tie this game back up.
Well, NBC, you see with that fake set there and then the hit, have really been strong at the net, whether it's a hit like that, the fake set and a hit, and a lot of the double blocks. This is a team right now that is playing well. As they go ahead, down by 3, go on about a 4-point run here with Taylor White at the serving position. So NBC's really coming alive.
And that time, Sterling decides not to play with that one, and Sterling's, again, tied.
This is Laurel Conway serving for Sterling.
And right there, just Sterling was not really prepared for that one by the looks of things.
No, and that wasn't a great play by NBC. Looked like they got the set, but the hitter was a little late. It was a little over to her right, but just did what she had to do to get it over net and hit it to the right spot.
Burlington sending something up right here. Sterling had to save it. Nice save from Sterling. That's going to be out right.
Oh, man. Wow, and I think the biggest hit right there, we just saw it there in that volley, was that dig by Allison Koleski. And, boy, this just, wow, that was close. I'd like to see a side shot of that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. We've gotten some great shots today.
And that's also going out again. It's now getting to those to the late stage and all, where points is going to be really, really valuable. And making mistakes like that, it does not help your cause.
Yeah, and a good job of Rosenbaum mixing it up. That's an outstanding shot. Just getting it over the net, having to go up a little more than NBC had thought. Yep, hitting that good spot.
And Northern Burlington calls the first timeout, and talking about it, of course, you can order a DVD of your favorite event, $20 per event, and also $3 for mailing. Please include the name of the event, and those are some of the ways you can contact us. You could always get the game like of today, or all the way some of the games back in the 90s.
Yep. Boy, another match just like the last one we had of two evenly matched teams. A lot of great action. Boy, we've had some of the better long volleys in this first game that we've had all year. Lead swings back and forth. It was, you know, ties were going back and forth. And you saw Sterling up by 3. Looked like they were going to pull away. NBC came back to go ahead 20-19. Now Sterling 2 points away from getting the win, but it's definitely not over yet, John.
It is not over yet. They still have another game, not to mention, to play. I mean, another set. Sterling, another save right there from Sterling, and it's going to be another point. Sterling 1 point away right now.
Wow, what a job of Barstow. They were right there at the net, hit it. It went over, barely got something on it, but got enough, and Koleski hit it over. And Sterling now 1 point away from getting a Game 1 win.
Here we go, Rosenbaum going to serve this one off. Burlington setting something up. Sterling now going to set something of their own. Burlington will decide to quick release it. So does Sterling. Each team trying to keep each other's on their toes. And another great save right there from Sterling. And that's going to go straight back to Northern Burlington. Sterling still has at least a couple more chances left.
Yeah, what a job of Northern Burlington. They timed the double block, did a good job getting it just a little bit over that, and ultimately were able to get the point.
Rachel Shaw to serve it up. Sterling going to set something up. And a great point right there from number 7, Kayla Franklin, to end this game 25-22 for Sterling.
Well, Kayla Franklin's been a force in the middle, and again, taking a shot with a purpose, getting it to that right spot, and giving Sterling a huge first game win, 25-22.
And we'll take a short break. Sterling wins the first game 25-22. We'll be right back after this break.
What's up? I'm DJ Wagner, and I play for Camden High. I got vaccinated against COVID-19 so I can protect my teammates, coaches, family, and friends.
I got my shot because I know the truth. The vaccine works and saves lives.
With the Delta variant spreading, we need you to get off the bench and get in the game.
No excuses.
The vaccine is the best way we can protect our community.
This is your shot.
This is your shot.
Make it count.
For a list of free vaccination locations, visit CamdenCounty.com/vaccine.
Where were you? You were supposed to meet me at my locker.
I had to get my books.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about it. And welcome back. And you take a look at again at the standings right here. Sterling right now 10-2, and of course in the Colonial standings they're 6-2. Of course, if Sterling right now beats Northern Burlington and then beats Morristown, they win the West Jersey Patriot. But if Northern Burlington wins and Sterling beats Morristown, they share the first place with each other.
And at this level, anything can happen. I mean, within this set, or within this match, anything can happen. That's, as you see Sterling get out to a Game 1 win, playing really well, but hey, that's not to say that NBC isn't going to come back and turn the tables. So that's what happens in volleyball, and it was just an exciting first game, John.
It was a very, very exciting first game, and let's see if this continues.
We see Kayla Franklin right there. She was a big part of that game one win, which she's able to do in the middle with the hits, the blocks, and the placement of the ball. You saw that with that last point, the deciding point in game number one. Just has a great sense of what's going on the other side.
Rachel Shaw will hit this one off in the second game for Northern Burlington. And Sterling straight off the bat with a great hit right back. Sterling going to try and set something up. No, decides not to. Quickly releases that one. And another great point right there from Kayla Sheehan. I mean, not Kayla, Kayla Franklin. Kayla Franklin.
Yep. Yeah, it's just a tap, and it's amazing how many times, looks like she has her back to the net or to the nets to the side, but just knows where she's at all times.
And another great point there from Sterling. Sterling gaining a lot of confidence off that first game, getting a lot of confidence right now in this second game.
And I think this is what you see a lot of time when you have a good defensive presence at the net. They know Franklin's right there, and sometimes teams just aren't sharp and lose their focus. There you see it.
And a great block right there from Sterling.
And not a bad shot, but Sterling's really moving well along that front part of the net. There you see a little bit to that far side, but they're doing a great job timing a lot of their blocks.
Burlington trying to stay away from Franklin. Burlington gonna take a shot, and that's gonna stay right in. Sterling thinking it was about to go out, stays in instead, and NBC breaks the run for Sterling.
You know, NBC in the early part of this game really hasn't played well, didn't play too well towards the end of that last game, and I think they needed a break, and they definitely got one right there. We always say volleyball is clearly a game of momentum swings, and right now NBC's trying to swing that back in their favor.
And right now NBC right now ties this game back up. Sterling gonna try and not set something up. Again, they like doing those quick passes, and this is gonna be a point for Northern Burlington. I think this for hitting the net. We're gonna see right here. And it might be.
Yeah, they tapped it just a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's few and far between that you see something like that happen. They've been aggressive at the net. Their timing's been great, and every once in a while that's going to happen.
And I do
not sure what happened. Possibly there was a rotation error. I know Coach Bill Scully is talking to the referee. John, do you have your rotation card down there that you've been keeping?
No, I don't not.
I had
not.
mine, but I dropped it. I just can't seem to find it right now, John.
I think the dog ate it, you know?
Yeah, that dog that came out onto the Sterling floor into the broadcast table.
Mm-hmm. Or that, the Tech Crew gerbil.
True.
From last year, the
so
Tech Crew
small
gerbil
and
came back.
so quick.
Mm-hmm.
Speed kills.
by the looks of things, it might be a rotation error, and I think, yeah.
Okay, well, they're giving the point back. So good job by Bill Scully arguing his case. And I think they're just going to replay this. Not exactly sure what happened.
Well, either way, Northern Burlington now up 5-3. Not quite sure what happened there. And right there, that could have been out, but Sterling keeps it alive, and now Sterling has to try and keep something going, and right there, that's really affected Sterling, and Sterling's going to take an early timeout. And I think Scully's going to right there explain on what happened on that play, and by the looks of things, like, it's my fault for that one. And you can follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19. You can always check up on the highlights, what's happening on scores, and of course what's happening around Sterling. Of course, we had Spirit Week, and now we're having Red Ribbon Week, of course. You can always just see what's happening around with all the sports.
John, we always talk about momentum swings, and I felt that Northern Burlington had their worst part of this entire match towards the end of the first match and the first 3 volleys of this second game. But boy, they turned it around to turn the tables, and after going down 3-0, being up 6-3.
And that's going to be a point right there from Northern Burlington again, and Northern Burlington really taking on a nice long run right here.
When you're going well, you're able to find those corner areas. When things aren't going well, they're out by a few inches.
Sterling right now in some trouble, able to get out of the trouble for right now. Burlington is going to set something up, and again, Sterling's unable to do so.
Not a bad job by Sterling. They set up the double block. This is just an outstanding job here by Northern Burlington on that far side.
That's right there, going to go back for Sterling. It's going to hit the rafter, and I don't think Northern Burlington was really expecting that.
Yeah. That's a much-needed point by Sterling, with NBC having the biggest lead of either team in this match so far, 5 at that point. And they'll get it back to that 5-point lead.
Now Northern Burlington will pick back to serve again. And now again, Burlington back up, looking on for another run right here.
Yeah, Sterling's just out of sync right now. And obviously Northern Burlington's playing well.
And that's going to go straight to Sterling right there. 11-5, and Burlington will make a substitution.
NBC going on, what, an 11-2 run.
Here we go. Here comes Burlington, and this is going to be another Mistake right there from Sterling, and I think this is going to be all hitting the net again.
Yes,
right there.
Something they didn't do much in that first game, but yeah, these are the mistakes you make when teams just not playing well and things aren't going your way.
And what great decision right there from D'Angelo not to go for it and just let it go out.
Of course, she's serving for Sterling.
And that's going to hit the net. And that, it kind of sounded like she hit that one wrong.
Yeah, I agree with you, John.
As soon as she hit it, it did not sound like it was a good solid contact on it.
Sterling, as a team, is just out of sync right now.
And that's again. Sterling's got to find something soon if they want to win in this game. The Burlington players getting each other's way, but able to send it right back to Sterling. Sterling right now, and another great point right there for Northern Burlington. Sterling really has no answer.
Yeah, and they just have them chasing everything, and when you're in that position, obviously, it leaves openings on the floor. You're not putting yourself in a position where you're getting any good sets. You're just hitting the ball over the other side of the net and leading the other team to get the good sets and the points, and a much-needed point there for Sterling, letting that one go.
And honestly, what a great person to serve right here, and no other better person than Allison Kololeski.
Well, if you ever needed a run, you sure need it now.
Trying to surprise NBC, unable to. And what a great job from Conaway to get a point right there. Gets the personal hit, gets blocked, and then hits it back.
Yeah, and that was just quick reaction by Conway in the middle. Sterling coming to life here. And very impressive because, a lot of times Allison Kololeski has success from the serving position is because they just can't handle the initial serve. They're handling it, getting it back, and these are some long volleys as we see that one go past the line.
We're going to see how close this one got.
And this is 53, Crystalia Amale.
Conway's going to take the serve here. Burlington trying to set something up. Now Sterling. And a great job right there from Sterling. Burlington thought that was going to go out, and Sterling keeps this going on.
And that was impressive. She got up in the air a little bit, but almost was flat-footed and hit it just over the net and put it in a good spot. What a great shot by Allison Kololeski.
And right there, what a great job from Kayla Franklin right up the middle.
Well, Sterling fighting back, and that's that little tap where she finds the open area, and she's able to get Sterling to within 4.
And this really leads Sterling into closer to beating. And of course, you can check Channel 19 on YouTube. Of course, we have live coverage, also highlights too. Of course, check us on youtube.com/SterlingTV19, where we have highlights, live games, which some of you are watching on right now. And right now, Sterling coming back from, I don't know, it wasn't a great start from Sterling. Well, actually, no, it came from a great start. Burlington calls a timeout. Burlington, all of a sudden, out of that timeout, gains back momentum.
Yeah, we said, I think Northern Burlington went on about 11-2 run right there. We're completely in control of this game, but great job of Sterling fighting back and right now getting it to within 4.
That's going to go out, and now Burlington in a little bit of a struggle of their own right now, and Sterling's getting all that momentum.
Yep. It's this second game really hasn't been back and forth. It's just been momentum of one team, clearly, a run of the other team, and then back to the other team.
He goes straight down, and that's going to be a tip-off. They are going to give it to Sterling.
Well, I think Northern Burlington was figuring Franklin would again just tap it over that area right there. They backed off the net a little bit. Nobody was thinking she would go deep, and puts it in a great spot right before that line.
Sterling just 2 behind. And can Burlington save this one? Unable to, but honestly, great job right there from Northern Burlington, trying to get to that one, but Sterling able to get the point.
Laurel Conway again from the serve position.
And Conway ties it up. What a great serve and a perfect ace.
Looked up, saw that open area, and didn't go deep, just dropped it right in there. That's that campfire area.
We're going to set something up. Nice little tap right there. Burlington was ready for that one. And again, Kayla Franklin again has been a big part of this game so far, able to really racking up the points right there for Sterling.
If she tried to get it over the double block, she probably would have hit it deep and out, but just went to the left where again she saw the opening and got Sterling to within 1.
And what a great job right there from Rachel Shaw. Saw the opening, Sterling was coming, pressuring in to make something.
Wow, and I thought there was a carry right there. You see that side spin? I think Northern Burlington got away with one right there.
Well, that ties it up. Rachel Shaw here to serve. Gonna set something up. Great job again. Franklin has been pulling on the points right now for Sterling.
And just an overpowering hit. Kind of went up with a single block, having somebody off the side because they thought she was going to tap it over there. So she really has gotten into the heads of the girls at the net from Northern Burlington.
Wow, and I believe this might be, we're gonna see what this is gonna be on. It might actually be because it didn't go between the sticks, but it might also be a bad handling. Sterling gonna make a full set. Franklin again with the wall. Honestly, Kayla Franklin has really showed up to this game.
No doubt about it. Yeah, they all were making that call before the official. Sterling up 20-17.
And honestly, Sterling a couple minutes ago was down.
Oh, this is unbelievable. This hasn't even been back and forth action. It's been a game of total runs by one team, total runs of other team. And man, Sterling right now, you can see the excitement over there. It's really feeding off the momentum of this run and putting themselves in position to finishing this one off.
And you can also follow us on Instagram. Of course, we have a bunch of highlights and sports. You can also find us at Sterling TV 19 of all highlights, sports around the games. Again, like I said, you saw this game last 3 minutes ago. Completely different story. Burlington ahead of Sterling by a significant margin, and then all of a sudden Sterling comes back.
And if I didn't know the score and I just walked in the gym, I could tell by the body language without looking at the scoreboard of who's up right now. You could just see right now Sterling's are on their toes, ready to go.
Unable to get that point, but Sterling trying to set something up here, unable to, but again, it's just incredible how Sterling was able to bounce back from being so low.
Yep. Still with a 3-point lead.
And just a great placement shot right there. Nice little tip over the net. Sterling was not ready for that one.
No, that's that fake set. And Sterling just mistimed that one.
Sterling's gonna try and save this one, does save this one. Some little bit sloppy right there from Sterling. Sterling still able to get it away. Sterling tries to save that one, and Burlington gets away with a point right there. And another back and forth action, and Sterling this time takes a timeout.
Well, one thing I think you're seeing that's gotten NBC back in this is they'll have one girl go to the net, someone stay off the side for a possible tap that you've been seeing from Franklin and Conway. And they're just doing what they have to do to get back in this.
And you can also find Sterling Channel 19 on Facebook. See, again, tons of highlights, what's happening around the castle. And of course, what other things will be happening coming up. Northern Burlington coming back from their own deficit. This time, Sterling went leading this right now by 1. Burlington off the serve. Sterling now trying to get some momentum back into this game. Gets a little too high long of a hit, and Sterling up by 2.
Yeah, good set. You know, you thought NBC would get a good opportunity here with Sterling just getting the ball over, but hit it just a little bit long. Good presence there at the net by Sterling, forcing that shot high.
Good job right there from Sterling to get that ball over. And this ball's gonna go over again. Sterling just 2 points away from winning game 2 and getting one step closer to winning their division.
Well, Taylor White has really been a force on that far side and hit the last 2 high. And I give credit to Sterling with the double block attempt at the net, forcing her to hit it high and long. John Hallwood right now tossing chairs out of his way to get the ball. John, you can sit still. They'll come over here and get it. Microphone almost being ripped off his head. John, that was hustle on your part.
Sterling 1 point away to winning this game 2. Here we go. Northern Burlington sets something up, and that doesn't go. I don't think that goes between the sticks. And Sterling wins.
Well, you see this last point, and Sterling just really grabbed the momentum, had Northern Burlington out of sync in a game that was just full of runs. Give credit to Sterling for finally breaking the losing streak against Northern Burlington with a huge 2-game run. And we're going to take a break, and I'm sure we'll be back with a post-game show. Sterling wins it.
Hi, I'm Mr. Kozaneski. The kids call me Mr. K. I'm a TV teacher and photography teacher here at Sterling High School. Right now we're walking through the TV classroom. We started the TV classroom with showing the kids how to properly use a camera, how to capture video, and then edit it and produce it for projects on our cable channel 19 and on YouTube. Here's our news studio. Every morning our kids produce news for the student body here at Sterling High School. Some of it's live, some of it's recorded. Our students are in charge of putting it out every day here at Sterling High School. You can be on the news set if you want, or you can work behind the scenes in here in the control room. We have some fantastic kids who do some great work here in the control room.
Before I started teaching at Sterling in 2005, my professional broadcast career started in 1986 when I was a DJ at WMID in Atlantic City and then WZXL in Wildwood. In 1990, I started announcing high school sporting events on cable TV throughout the Delaware Valley. In the late 90s, I worked at Princeton University announcing many of their sporting events for TV and radio. I was hired by ESPN National Radio to be a game night reporter for all the Philadelphia pro teams. About this time, I also did play-by-play for the Atlantic City Surf minor league baseball team. I have also produced and directed various sporting events on TV around the Delaware Valley. I was also lucky enough to announce a Phillies game with Phillies announcer Harry Callis.
What I'm probably most known for here at Sterling High School is operating Channel 19, which I've been in charge of since 2005. Currently on Channel 19, we broadcast all the games and events live. It's live on our school's website, and it's live on YouTube at youtube.com/SterlingTV19. If it's going on Sterling TV 19. I live in Stratford. 2 of my children have already graduated from Sterling High School, with the third just starting his career. Well, that's a little bit about me. I hope your child enjoys taking the class here at Sterling High School, and I hope if you have any questions, you email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
We all have places to go, people to see, and things to do. But while on the move, it pays to be street smart. Summerdale is home to several heavily traveled streets, busy intersections, and bustling shopping centers. When crossing the street, don't take the risk. Always use crosswalks and look for the walk signs. When driving, be aware of pedestrians and always stop for people while in a crosswalk. It's the law. Please pay special consideration when children are present, as well as when our students are traveling to and from school, as many of them commute on foot every day. For all of us, while walking, biking, or driving, please pay attention and put down the phone. In the time it takes to look at your phone, accidents do happen. Let's be safe and recognize our surroundings, as well as our fellow travelers. Summerdale is a proud partner of Street Smart New Jersey's Pedestrian Safety Education Campaign. Learn more at BeStreetSmartNJ.org. And let's be street smart, Summerdale.
back here for our post-game show. Boy, what an exciting match. I can look the looks on your faces that you guys are happy, not only to get the win, but to break the streak that you guys had against this team. And I'll first go to you, Carly. Boy, did you feel like they just, for a couple years, feel like they just had your number? And just talk about getting over the hump and coming up with the match. Teammates each other at.
We knew how Burlington would win this game, and we just all came together, and we knew that we worked really well together, and we just continued that.
And it seemed like, and either one of you guys, Gianna or Kayla can jump in, you guys started out that second game, it was 3-0, and then, man, they went on a run like I've never seen. I think it might have been 11-2. It was a ridiculous run, had all the momentum. What did you guys say to each other at that point to get things back together and go on a run yourself?
It was kind of just, we lifted each other up. We told each other to keep our heads in the game, and that really helped. We didn't really worry about the scoreboard because we were still in the game. So it was just kind of a mind thing. Like the student fan section, they helped us out a lot. So it kind of got in their heads too. So yeah. Shout out to the
Is it a
fans.
situation where for a short period of time you forget about the score and just play one volley at a time?
One point at a time, just keep pushing, point after point. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and the other thing you look at from a team perspective, you guys basically right now are one match against Morristown from winning the conference. Talk about that. Talk about the excitement of that coming up. Whoever wants to jump in,
I
Caleb.
mean, after winning this game, the expectation is going to be really high for Morristown, and I mean, if we can pull that off, we'd be in a really good spot.
And the other thing, and again, you guys can jump in. What basically has gone on from the beginning of the year? And we did a game with you guys in the beginning of the year. Things just didn't look sharp. I can say there wasn't the same cohesion. But right from the get-go, there were long volleys. And to me, it said that you guys right now have a lot of good team chemistry, are playing and communicating well. Talk a little bit about that, whoever wants to jump in.
Beginning of the season, we were struggling with kind of getting along with each other and having it click. All of us together playing-wise. So we had a bunch of injuries. A lot of people, seniors, went down. So I think we just all picked each other up after that, and we realized we had to work harder to get to where we need to go. So that kind of helped us click.
Well, it definitely showed today. When you guys, I think, went ahead for good, and they called the timeout. I think you went up by about 4. I think that's as excited as I've seen girls within a volleyball game before you even got the win. You guys really, you could tell. Did you get to the point where you knew you weren't going to be denied? You knew you were going to take it? Yeah, that was the feeling I got.
Yeah, there's no other option.
On the first set, with how well we played in first set, we just told each other we can do it, and we just stayed in the game.
Yeah, well, it showed, and again, can't be happier for you guys. Again, finally getting over the hump, beating a team that's just had your number, and great job. We'll have you on here again, and definitely best of luck against Morristown.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Well, just an outstanding job by the girls right here, in a post-game interview, and the entire team playing a very good Northern Burlington team that's had their number for probably about 6 or 7 years right now. I'm sorry, we had Coach Bill Scully getting over here. We're not going to clear. Yeah, you can hold that. I'm not sure if we're getting you or anything, but you've got to be real happy just with the way your team, to me, that's improved. I mean, there were so many long volleys, and to me that spoke to how well you guys are playing as a team and communicating. Talk about that.
It's a great kudos to them. We have, within the last couple of weeks, taken some big-time injuries. So we had to adjust the lineup, and they knew going in how important this match was. This was critical in our division hunt, and they bonded together on and off the court leading into this one. We just had a major injury yesterday to Asia, took her out for a few days, so they had to adjust, and they did a phenomenal job.
Yeah,
they did a phenomenal job.
And even adjusting, I'm sure there was adjustments within the game, because that game too, I've never seen a game where there was so many deep runs. It's just like a switch went off between momentum going from one team to another. When you guys you were up 3-0 and got down. I talked to the girls about this. When they went on like an 11-2 run, what did you say to the girls in the timeout?
Just play our game. Don't get out of what we do. They got up. We can get right back in with a good run. They got their run. We'll get our run. Let's stick to our game plan, the fundamentals, the proper mechanics. It helped to have the wonderful super fans out here cheering us on. Can't deny that. And they just kept their heads about them. They didn't get down. They actually fought even harder to overcome that deficit, and we talked about that in the post-game huddle there, that they overcame that adversity just to catch back up even and then surpass them. When they got that fuel from the crowd and they were playing for each other, that's when they just, they took off with it.
Yeah, and you talk about overcoming adversity. We were told about the streak that they had against you. It's like, talk about as a coach, just finally getting that monkey off your back.
So we went to their house, and we have wonderful battles within our division.
Sure.
The Morristowns, Northern Burlingtons, the Rancocas Valleys, and Pennsauken. It's always a battle every season. We were at their house earlier, and we had match point in the second game twice, and to credit to Northern Burlington, they fought back and they beat us. Yeah. So when we have that happen, it's real easy to have someone come in and you kind of second guess yourself, and they didn't. They upped the stakes. They got in the locker room and they had discussions of what they were going to do, who was going to play where. We had younger players step up into the lineup, so the veterans were pointing where to be, where to go, and it just clicked for them. But we always battle in this division. It's just every year we know who we got to face, and credit to Northern Burlington and the other teams, because it's just how it is, and it's great because we always want to play the top teams.
Oh, it's outstanding competition that we're seeing out here. Hey, I know you got Morristown. That's a big one coming up.
Tuesday, I don't know if the girls said. We want the super fans, all the teams that came in to cheer us on. We fed off that energy, so we'd love for them to come back out here on the 12th and to root on the girls.
And that is here.
It's here.
Okay, great.
Morristown comes our house, and that could be winner take all.
Wow. Well, you're playing great right now. Keep this momentum going, and Coach, thanks for coming on with us. Congrats.
Thank you, guys. Tech crew, well done. Awesome as always. Thank you.
Okay, so that'll do it. Again, great job by our tech crew. We had some great shots, some outstanding replays. Everybody in the truck did an outstanding job. Mr. K, as always, stellar job. For John Hallwood, outstanding on the play-by-play and falling off his chair to retrieve a loose ball, ripping the headset off. I'm Mr. Schultz. We'll see you next time on Channel 19.